Would be very helpful. What's your name again?
Mike McCormick.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you introducing yourself to me because I don't remember half of the coaches and players.
Yeah.
But we had an instance walking off the court. I gave you a technical foul. You approached me, and I just remember walking away from that game saying that was one of the greatest conversations I've ever had with a coach. I wish I had that recorded. Take me through what happened.
I felt that at the time my team was undermanned, underskilled, and I felt they were being bullied. And I was trying to get you to see that and make the appropriate adjustments to the game. And I don't think you did at the time. And our conversation didn't go well.
When? During or
during
after
the game? During the game, it didn't go well because you weren't seeing my point of view.
I gave you a tech, right?
And you gave me a tech, and you told me to be quiet.
No, I didn't. I said it differently than that. You can't. I don't say that.
You may have said it differently, but in essence, you didn't say be quiet. But if you said if I say another word, that I'm gonna get teed up again.
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying, I'm trying to manage you there and saying, Coach, we've heard enough.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you here. If you say another word, it's a tech. So that's actually me helping you.
Yeah.
But sometimes coaches see it opposite. Right?
So we're not seeing it the same way.
Yeah.
So I told you. I was telling you. I said your job is to make sure that the players are protected.
Correct.
And that's
Safety, yes.
Safety. Because they were being bullied. The team was bigger, stronger than them.
Can I ask you to define bullying in this context?
In the context of you have bigger, more athletic, stronger players pushing around guys that are not as skilled or strong.
Now, when you say pushing, are you saying we're missing fouls, or you just think they're tougher and stronger?
They're tougher, stronger, and they're pushing. They're being more
it's
physical.
illegal. You're saying we're missing some stuff, right?
You're missing
just to
some
define, because this is important.
It's the physicality of what's taking place.
And we're going deep here. Physicality doesn't mean foul.
It may not necessarily mean it's foul, but when you have players that are not as skilled or as strong as other players, that's like Shaq. That's like a small guy guarding Shaq. Okay, he's pushing Shaq, and it's not a foul because he's just undermanned. But when Shaq bullies or hits somebody else, that's a foul. Okay? And that's in essence what was taking place. Okay. And I felt that my players weren't being protected, and I wanted you to see that difference in skill level and the physicality to make that adjustment. And you were telling me not to tone my approach.
Respect.
But I think I was being respectful, but I was just trying to get your attention. And the way I could have probably addressed it could have been a little bit different.
More professional, probably.
I'm not going to say it was unprofessional. I was standing my ground. I wasn't being disrespectful, but I was standing my ground. Meaning that I was sticking up for my players to ensure that they were safe. They were safe and protected, and that's my job.
And that's great. And you just got to make sure, and I'm trying to help you out, that that's communicated effectively and perceived effectively, right? Yeah. You got to make sure it's you represent yourself the best in that situation.
But I think the thing that also was challenging is that everything transpired in less than 3 minutes. You gave me a text, and our exchange was back and forth, and you gave me another text, and the game was over. So
the game ended on an ejection.
An injection. Wow. So it was like, you gave me a text. I'm trying to explain to you that you're not doing your job, in my opinion. And I thought that you could have been more keen on what was going on. And I think it was, I guess my approach, my stance, we clashed.
Yeah.
I think that could have been better. But the great part about it is that we were able to communicate after the game and discuss our differences to hopefully make it better for me to deal with officials in the future, and for you to understand coaches and see the difference between teams that are more physical and more skilled versus smaller teams. So that
I recognize all that, but I understand your approach. Yeah. But I give us a lot of credit because walking away from a game where I just ejected a coach, I never talk. That's never a good situation. And I told you initially, I'm like, Coach, I'm not going to have this conversation with you now. But you were, I trusted you in that moment because I thought you had a respectful approach and I didn't see it going. I thought you wanted to talk about it so we both can become better. And that's why I think it was such an awesome conversation.
Absolutely.
So take me through after the game what we spoke about. And this is getting back to officials. We don't remember a lot of this stuff. Like, it's never personal.
And I think the sad part is that, I've seen around the country where coaches, families are being too aggressive and disrespectful to the referees.
Yeah.
We're all human. We make mistakes. We can have differences, but we have to communicate. So I wanted to make sure when I approached you that you didn't feel threatened.
I didn't.
You know, and the way I try to change my tone, I reached out my hand to show you that, hey, I'm here to communicate with you, not to fight and argue with you, to help us understand what took place and how we both can grow from the situation. And I think that we did.
I agree.
Hey, I think that we know each other now. And, you know, when we see each other, we have mutual respect for each other.
Yeah.
And you understand my point of view. I understand you as a referee. You're doing your job, doing the best that you can. And, you know, everything's not going to go my way.
Sure.
And I'm trying to fight for my players. That's the bottom line.
And a lot of coaches walk away from that situation still mad at a ref. Or you might even walk into this gym had we not had that encounter. And you'd be like, yo, this guy again. Because that happens all the time. Last week, a guy, this cheating ass ref back again. But you have a growth mindset, I can tell.
Absolutely. I don't hold anything. You know, at the end of the day, I hold it to my players. If you're not strong enough, you're not skilled enough, you got to work on your game, and you got to get better. You can't blame the refs. If the refs are not doing their job, it's my job to try and make that difference.
It's your job to try to make what difference?
The difference in my play. I'm sorry. The difference if the ref is not doing his job, to bring the attention to the ref. I don't want my teammates, my players worrying about the ref.
Right.
That
you don't
distracts
want
them from the game.
And to help you out, you want to worry about that as little as possible too. Because it's counterproductive to you teaching those kids, right? And that's where the emotion of the game comes in, where we're competitive. You want to win. Or I don't want to win. You're emotionally invested. So it's understandable, but you got to have that higher level of self-awareness in that moment, right? To be able to calm down. Like that. This is what officiating has taught me. I never had these skills before officiating. It's taught me so many life skills that I've been able to apply.
Absolutely.
It's been awesome, you know, and this is awesome that we're having this conversation. I appreciate you doing this.
It is about life skills. It's not about black or white or Hispanic. It's about us being human beings and be able to communicate effectively with each other, have disagreements, and still be civil. That's the key. Hey, God
appreciate
bless
you, man.
And enjoy the game.
And I'll be working your game, so good luck.
Take care.